Hello one, hello all. Welcome to Bedtime. This is a podcast featuring Belle,
Hi.
Ellie, and Dan.
Hey! The Bedtime Podcast, if you will.
The Bedtime Podcast.
The Bedtime Podcast.
And basically the point of this podcast is to just interview people, talk about art in leading up to our exhibition that we have coming up in May. End of May. It is currently
the 29th.
The 29th of January. So we've got quite a few months, quite a few interviews to do, quite a lot of art to talk about. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm literally so ready. I cannot wait.
Yeah, in this kind of low-key setting, we feel that it's the best place for everyone to really delve in to what they do as their practice without feeling too academic about it.
Yeah.
We need to explain to everyone what this final thing is that we're leading up to.
Our exhibition.
Yeah.
Our degree show.
And what is the date again?
May 30th.
So put it in your calendars.
May
2025.
30th. Park campus running through till the 6th of June.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a whole week of art for you.
So you better come along.
I'll see you there.
And Dan has some exciting things coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Hold on to your horses.
We should say you'll see him there, or
You'll see
Who?
her there.
But no, we're all third years at uni and we're all going bigger and harder than ever to create an incredible degree show.
Well, we've been told by our lecturers that it's a big space that we're going to be exhibiting in, and basically they want our work to be literally bigger than ever. So it's probably one of the biggest challenges they've given us so far, because not everybody works in big scale.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, a lot of us, I mean, for example, you often have worked on a big scale because you aren't as intricate as such.
Yeah.
Like, yes, with sculptures it can be, but in second year, for example, you were kind of like throwing things at a wall. Like, it could be on any scale you wanted it to be. There was no limit.
Yeah, whenever they would talk about, like, have you tried even bigger, I would think, well, I guess I could do
like
a double-size, like, mattress cover or
And it
something.
got so big, paint ended up on the roof.
Yeah, literally.
How much bigger can you get?
But that's always why I prefer doing that with painting, because the fine detail is not for me. I learnt that in my A-level thing. It was never for me. I really struggled with it because I just got bored trying to do the fine lines and the fine details and it not being exactly how I wanted it.
And that's an issue for me, so I get that. Because it, truthfully, is never really what I have in mind, because I accidentally always have this image of what I want to achieve, and it just never really happens just like that. So that can be disheartening, but I'm learning to not think of it like that.
Yeah.
Learning to let go.
Yeah, learning to let go.
The cat flap method or mentality.
Yeah.
I'm in a different kind of boat to you guys because I felt like very influenced by you, Ellie, in our second year, because I was also, I mean, we did that piece of work together, that egg phrases thing. I was painting with my foot, splashing paint all around the canvas, and it did kind of lead into the self-portraits that I started to do and like the performative drawings, but now I want to go into full out performance. And like over Christmas period, all I've really done is invested into the performative art of drag. So
which was a shock to us all, believe me.
Was it really?
We are adjusting to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, to even think, like, to fathom the fact that I now want to do a drag performance as a part of my exhibition, and it's something that I never knew was like available for me to do, but like we said, we're just letting go.
The sky is the limit.
Yeah. Well, so they make it seem.
Quite literally, in terms of size.
Yeah.
But the making the things big, I feel like it's also a challenge even if you do work big, because you're used to already doing such large scale things. It's almost like, how much larger can you go?
And how monumental can it be when you're used to that?
Yeah, and even just using the same tools that you're used to, they won't reflect the same thing on a bigger scale. So that's also going to make it hard for quite a few people. Like, I can't imagine Kate's paintings are going to get that much bigger, surely, because she's already doing really big paintings.
Yeah, not to compare like paintings and sculpture, but I think it's kind of underestimated how difficult it must be to create and like just deal with a massive sculpture, which is what I'm surprised I'm expecting that you're aiming for.
Oh yeah, when I picture it, like I could stand in it, is what I'm imagining. And also like with my ideas of like using mobiles and stuff, I'm thinking like they need to be longer than multiple people and be hung from very high up, because when James said to me go big, I have already gone quite big, like you said. My last lot of sculptures were quite small, but I'm thinking, well, you want big, I'll give you massive.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
But the thing is about, like, especially with sculptures, creating big is so inconvenient. Oh my god. And then,
well,
like,
if you're creating it in hardware.
Yeah. Like, I'm so blessed and so grateful to have the studio spaces that we do. But there can only be so big. Like, you can only work so large before you have to take it outside. We do have a sculpture yard, which you're looking to use as well. But again, that's still limited in space.
Yeah, because also it's not protected from the rain. That's what I keep thinking about whenever I'm told use the sculpture yard. If in my head my thing is so big it won't go through a normal door.
Yeah, like it's winter.
Yeah.
Well, see, all of that to think about without even thinking about budgeting.
Yeah.
Those materials for something that huge and that good quality.
Yeah.
We are but humble uni students. We don't have a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, I think that is one of our biggest like barriers in like dreaming of what we can do, because you have to be realistic at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping the fundraising goes well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did kind of want to have my foot kind of in the fundraising, but I thought we've got quite a lot to do, and also that will be quite stressful.
Yeah, we just have to like put our faith in.
And also, like James and Olivia pointed out, and make artwork at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And do all the writing.
This is a full-time job now.
Honestly.
We're artists.
Just as well I don't have a job anymore, so I've got the time.
Honestly.
But it was really interesting, like with Olivia talking about the work-life balance, how most artists will always have to have two careers. A career to fund the art and then an art career.
Yeah.
Like, we have to do that at uni as well. Like, she said it to us almost like it was brand new news.
Yeah, like it was just something we'd never even
Olivia,
dealt with before.
We know.
This is exactly.
But yeah, well, speaking of the like fundraising and stuff, for more context to this podcast, this is our portion of the workload. We are using this to spread the awareness of the event.
Yeah.
And we will also have an Instagram account and a TikTok account that we can all be followed from.
It will be tagged once we figure out what the name of it's going to be.
Yeah. And this should be on YouTube.
And it's just all about delving more deeply into everyone's work and what we're all about as individual artists.
Yeah.
And collaboratively.
Yeah, and kind of making an almost digital catalogue of all the art that's going to be shown in this exhibition. And then we're hoping, if all goes to plan, this will lead up to a live stream walkthrough of the final exhibition when it's fully curated.
And don't think that's a cop-out. Think, I can just watch a live stream instead. No, come to our show if you can.
Yeah.
And then if you can't make it, there's a live stream as well.
Yeah.
Just a little help.
Yeah.
Well, of course, not only are we doing this podcast, we're also doing like a bunch of other things as well. Public talks, public events. Like, I think we're responsible for a workshop as well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the workshop.
Yeah.
The public workshop. Well, no one put their name down for that.
So it was left on to us.
Oh, I think you put our names down on that one.
Did I?
Yeah, you.
I didn't.
I think you did it.
No.
Did I? I think it might have been because... Was it... No, it was public events I put my name down for. Because I'm going to do... I'm going to do a town walk of like where I will be in drag promoting the exhibition. And then I'm also going to do like street interviews.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping will be on
let's remember, my idea.
Your idea, yeah.
And they'll probably go on the TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Also, it was your idea. Didn't you say Kate should be doing a public workshop?
Yeah, well, she's done it in the past.
Exactly, it just made sense. So I went to ask Kate, but she didn't want to do it.
That's a shame.
But
I loved our sheep wool.
Yeah, exactly. And she said that. She said, "Oh, you just want some wool." No, but no. So I think, she's just put her name down for other things, and Sally kind of said, like, that's fine, we'll cross that one off. If no one wants to do it, it just doesn't have to be one of the things we do, because there are a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's ended up being within, like, the liaison group.
Yeah.
So, as in, we've got managers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's perfect in that group, considering she's not even doing the exhibition herself.
But it makes sense. I'm glad, like, people are keeping us in check.
Yeah. I feel like I need that.
Because also, if someone says, okay, next Monday, we're all meeting at this time, bring everything you've done so far, at least we'll have a deadline to work to.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that part.
No.
I don't want to be like keeping everyone in check when doing
being the person chasing everyone as well.
That's the last thing I want to do.
Hey, it's a lot of, like, high girly text.
Yeah. Just want to check everything's on track.
Let's just touch base.
So what ones are we actually doing? We're doing the Instagram.
I put our names down
social
for
media.
Social media.
Yeah.
You put them down for...
Yeah.
No, I didn't. You put them down for
I put them down for social media. We're doing all the social media. So you'll see a lot of our faces.
Everything in front of a camera is going to be us, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me actually have a quick look. Sorry, guys.
But I'm going to be doing, like... I imagine we're all going to be doing the town walk and stuff together.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to need help with that.
Yeah, I put them down for public talk because the podcast comes and we said that would come out the public talk kind of thing, because no one else is going to do
it. We're going to be talking to the people, basically. And then I think I also put myself down to host a pub quiz at some point.
Yeah, so you'll probably have to join with Emma, because that'll be to do with fundraising.
Yeah.
And Emma's not one of our artists. She's a part-time student doing this module.
It's her and Sally.
Yeah, so like we said, Sally's doing management and Emma's going to do fundraising. I think Emma's just doing fundraising.
Yeah, she said she was quite good at it. So
because she knew what the last third years did and where they went. So she's already got connections. And to be fair, like, I feel like you can easily come up with, like, pretty good pub quiz situations and, like, just have a ticket fee.
I could even,
So we'll let you guys know when the pub quiz is and the location of
it.
Yeah.
I could even get Smoky Joe's where Seamus works.
Yeah.
Because they do pub quizzes there.
And a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, could always ask Matt's cousin, Frog and Fiddle.
Yeah. God, that'd be sick.
I can't offer anything, but...
Yeah, so that's also why fundraising kind of needs to be good consistently, because there might be some costs that come into doing a pub quiz. I don't know much about that.
Yeah.
But... you might have to actually rent a room.
Yeah.
And we're pretty sure there's also going to be a GoFundMe, which falls under us because social media. Just for any contributions towards the exhibition, so we can make to our best possibility, because materials are quite limited.
We want this to be big.
Yeah.
We can't do it without outside help.
Yeah, the lecturers really want it to be big, as we did say, so...
There's a lot of expectations for our year group.
So we're going to have to pull some money together.
Yeah.
It's funny, at the beginning of this year, James said to us, "You are the best group we've ever had.
Yeah.
I know, I believe in you guys, you can do it." But I thought he was just saying that, and then at the start of this year, he said it again.
Yeah.
And he didn't mention it at all after that point, the first time he said it.
I thought the same thing, but I have my theory that he says this to every year group to make them, like, really like, try hard.
I know your game, James.
Like, make them feel like, oh, we have to prove him right. Like,
but it's working.
That's the thing. I still do.
As soon as the words came out of his mouth, I was thinking, "What's the biggest I can do?" Like when I said that I'd been in the studio the other day, James smiled at me and made me feel like a good student. I thought that's a smile of approval.
Yeah, we've got literally everything in the works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited to see how the website turns out.
And that's Lucy, Tabby, and Holly, I think,
and Kaya as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see how everything pans out. It's still very early days.
Yeah, and I did get in contact with Kieran, and he did send me the previous year's catalogue. So I sent that into the group chat.
Yeah, I tried to download it. It's a big file.
Yeah.
My God,
it takes its
forever.
time. Yeah.
But I'm glad we have that.
People like that message, so obviously I did something good.
Yeah. We have a benchmark now.
Yeah.
We're going to go above and beyond.
Yeah, we're going to prove everyone wrong. Even ourselves.
So that's literally, like, what excites me so much about this, is that we're being, like, A students.
Yeah.
Like, we're really going
right
into it.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally taking our free time and we could be spending doing anything else. And doing work for uni?
Yeah.
I'm doing karaoke later.
Granted, this is something we've always wanted to do, and it's an excuse to do so.
Yeah.
But we enjoy this, and I'm so glad we are literally allowed to do this
Yeah.
for our... This is our degree. You said it earlier, this is our degree.
Yeah.
I love it.
It could not have worked out any better.
No, it's so good. I've always dreamed of doing this, or like things like starting a TikTok page. Like, how many times I said I'm just gonna do it?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't, but since we've been talking, when we have those conversations, I'm always like, we really need a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing.
And we're not like the stereotypical group of lads who get together and like, oh mate, you're really funny, we should start a podcast.
Yeah, that's why I was scared of.
We have value.
The stuff we talk about is actually insane on a whole other mental plane.
And we have
you
a
didn't
theme.
even know that. You didn't even know that yet.
We're not just lads talking about girls we've shagged.
We're also not lads, all of us.
I mean, you're not a lad.
No.
I won't be a lad on exhibition day.
Exactly. Not be a lad.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
I've already told him that.
That's just a hint.
It's a hint.
Add it out.
Talked briefly about fundraising, but not completely. There's the catalogue section.
Nobody who signed up to do the map, but I feel like that falls
No,
under
they
graphic
did.
design.
Ian did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ian did, and also I wrote on that section the tape mini, because we want to bring that back just for a bit of advertising. So I also said maybe we can put new works in there somehow, even if we like scan them down to like a small size, just to advertise them on our social media.
To be honest, I think that's a really good idea, using the tape mini like that, because the tape mini, even though it is Kate's, it's kind of encapsulated our 3 years at this uni, because that's something that we've had some kind of involvement in or been aware of ever since we came to this uni.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of be really nice. Like, I remember looking at that in first year when the bays were separate next to each other, and they had those mini figurines on them. Just, I think it would be kind of wholesome.
Yeah, hopefully, that will happen.
Yeah.
Should definitely suggest that even more than you already have.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Ian's doing, like why he put his name down for the map. But we'll find out.
I guess because he's very like structural.
Or
he is, and he does a lot of like walking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it into some kind of pilgrimage doing the map, and that would be really cool.
And he's also, I think he's one of the ones who put his name down to do the staging.
Yeah.
So he's gonna. I don't know exactly what that
entails.
entails.
We've got lots of people in curators.
Yeah, we've got curators, staging, hosting, project management.
Let me double check.
I kind of feel like all of us should be involved in curating. I'm not going to lie.
That's going to happen
We've
anyway,
got
naturally.
Erica, Evie, Kate, Ian, Kaya and Abby in curation.
Your art curated how you want it.
Oh, I guess it's we tell them and they physically put it up.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
This artist statements profile, we are named down for that.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% what that is.
So that was an idea I came up with for kind of to tie in to the artist segments of the podcast with the Instagram and the TikTok. Is what we're going to do is we're going to get each artist to send us an artist statement about themselves, introduce themselves, talk about their art, send us some pictures of their artwork. We'll upload it onto the Instagram, and so we can basically introduce the artist to the Instagram, and then we'll make them a highlight of all those photos without the statement and just with their name.
That's perfect, but why are other people's names down for that? Do they think it's like putting it down like to do one?
When at first Elizabeth put her name on it, I said no. We're collecting. She's like, surely everybody puts their name because we're all doing.
Holly, Tabby, and Lucy have.
Yeah, they got confused. They thought, oh no, Holly and Tabby and Lucy is because it's to do with the website as well.
Okay.
Because they're also going to send the statements to them, and they're going to make probably like a page per artist or something. Okay. But yeah, Elizabeth went to put her name down, and I was like, no, it's for the people who are going to receive them and use them.
Yeah. Which is just us and the website people.
Yeah.
And then maybe a catalogue people.
Yeah.
They'll need the statements, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, so Elizabeth will be doing it. She's in the graphic marketing catalogue.
I don't think they thought of it at the time.
No, I'm sure they did.
Either way.
Yeah.
There's just so much stuff in the works.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, they keep saying we've got a long time to do this, but I don't feel like we do.
No.
When you think about it, time flies. It's 4 months, really.
It's past Christmas. We're halfway through our third year. Like, we started first year just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
I can't believe it.
Clear as day, walking in thinking, God, I'm going to be the oldest one here. And then we've got half mature students. And I'm thinking, oh, what if nobody smokes? And I walk up to 4 people hovering around the fag bin. And I said to you, Emily, Victor, and Ian, does anybody know where the fine art building is? And you said, oh, it's here. I was like, do any of you do fine art? You guys said yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll finish my fag. When you guys finish your fag, I just followed you. And that's when we went and sat in that, well, what is the middle, our side of the second year bay, in those chairs. And I thought Alex was the teacher. No
To be
way.
fair, I did as well.
When I first saw him, I thought Alex was the
That's
teacher.
Because
I
he
can
always
see
wore that
that.
lanyard around
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he does give that energy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I first, it's weird, your perception changes. Like, when I first met Alex, sorry if you're watching this, I thought he was really old.
We both thought that, and we both were like,
Yeah, we thought he wasn't very nice because he made some joke about, because I was saying about how I'm technically immature.
we thought he was sexist.
Yeah, we thought he was sexist. He made some joke like calling other people geriatrics. It didn't really sit well, and we were like, oh, maybe he's just an old-fashioned guy.
Yeah.
But turns out that's not the case ever.
He was the
at all.
opposite, and we very rapidly found that out.
Yeah,
with
and
him.
became really good friends with him.
Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss you.
I want to see him at the exhibition.
I
hope he comes.
We should invite
I
him.
don't know, because when he was giving me a lift to that Gloucester place, he said after he finishes his degree, he's moving to France.
Oh.
So I don't know whether that
So maybe
plan
just
came
like,
early.
I'm going to France now.
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Similar
Well,
to Kate with Spain.
What's her name? Tracy Farrington. She's
She
gonna
wants to go.
actually come.
Yeah.
I've told her now, like the
Yeah.
dates and the times and the places. So she's gonna like look for air travel.
Yeah. Air travel.
Airfare. she called it airfare.
Really?
Yeah. I've got a question.
Yeah.
What do you think the students on our course who have since left would have put into this exhibition?
I was just thinking about that when we were saying about Alex, what he would have made.
Yeah.
I reckon with Emily, it would have been a really, really big, massive, thick canvas with like frayed edges on purpose, and her really graphic, like, you know, kind of uncanny valley birds that she would do and stuff. And it's almost tribal looking, but I reckon it would be like the size of a massive tapestry.
Yeah.
It would have some connotations of like life and death.
Yeah.
And
She was big into her religious kind of
yeah,
connotations.
or like not nursery rhymes, but these like ideas of. I remember she
Traditionalist.
did like the magpies and things
Yeah.
like that. Just
Yeah.
like perhaps the kind of, I can't think of the word. Sorry guys.
Superstition?
Superstitious.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Like kind of superstitious, like myths perhaps, but I believe in them.
Yeah.
I still do them. Even if I didn't believe in them as such, like I still do them.
'Cause it almost becomes
Just in case.
ritualistic.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
is, exactly.
Like,
And
after
that's
I
what I
noticed
think.
how much you really don't step on drains, it made me conscious of them.
Yeah.
Whereas I wasn't before.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you wonder, like, why is that such a big thing for someone
Yeah.
else? Maybe, should I be one of that?
Yeah, literally, like, whenever I walk through scaffolding, I kind of get a bit of a thrill because I know the danger it poses on you.
You know, like how I would feel about
Yeah.
you doing that. It's like, you are rebelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know, for Emily, I always thought she was going to go into sculpture.
Really?
Do you remember when we did the plaster workshop and she created this like beautiful bust of like a
Yes.
pregnant lady?
And
What?
So yeah.
the first thing we did as well, though, you
Oh,
know,
old
when
Emily.
Oh, Emily Jones.
Yeah.
yeah, when we were doing like the worm, when I did the worm with Alex and
Yeah.
Victor,
Yes, the worm.
that was something. And Emily, I think, worked with Elizabeth and someone else, and they made this like kind of like
Dreidel.
yeah. Spin the dreidel
Yeah.
thing, and that was like cool, really cool, and that was sculptural.
Yeah.
So she had definitely had it in here to be able to do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, I think she still goes to a uni of some
Yeah.
sort and does art.
Well, she's
but
in Ireland now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I haven't seen any work she's made, but I know she's doing art.
Oh, yeah, because she had an Instagram, then she didn't have one, and
Yeah.
then she had it again.
And she gave me her number, but then she got a new number for Ireland,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I haven't been able to keep in contact with her. I think I have her on Facebook, but that's about it.
I reckon Alex definitely would have done a sculpture.
Yeah.
Or he
Alex.
would have done a really,
100%
another
sure.
insanely accurate copy. And he would have made his whole thing copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would have owned it
Mhm.
on purpose. It would be like so accurate that it's scary.
Yeah.
Well, just before he left, he had his workspace like a cardboard box,
Yeah.
which was so cool. Like it was
Yeah.
literally the exact shade and everything. Like I don't know, and
He
it was
thought
kind
about
of
art
visual as well.
in such a crazy way.
Yeah.
But he kind of despised like the way everything was crazy.
He didn't want to accept the language, which is understandable.
That and just like
Everything
the fact,
having to have meaning.
Yeah, and that like was very good at like realism too, and that it's never fully been appreciated in our course because there's always this like need for originality.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was the outro I wanted to say? That's all from us. Now it's bedtime.